Hi, my name is Kristen Barr von Straten, and I wanted to talk to you about, yes, voting. Ugh, I know, we're all sick of it. But we just have one more week to exercise our rights to possibly change, not possibly, to change the future for ourselves, for the next generations. Oh man, I could get into a lot of different topics and a lot of different numbers. I'm a real numbers person and a researcher, but ultimately, nobody's looking at the facts and the numbers, especially anymore, it seems. And we're all voting with our biases. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my biases because I'm exceedingly biased. You know, I have a day job and I am an activist and I have a website. So I feel that I am as qualified to run for president as Jill Stein. I'm just going to get that right out of the way. She doesn't understand how government works. I don't either. And I am certainly not going to put myself on the ballot. But I've seen a couple of things she said where I thought, oh my God, that the president doesn't actually have the executive directive to do that. But anywho, again, I don't want to get into the weeds, but I just saw today that she has investments in Big Oil, Exxon, and in Monsanto, and in Raytheon, which has huge defense contracts. That's fine, but I don't. So I may be even more qualified to run for president than she. I think the thing with the third-party candidates is it's a little like the first 3 weeks of dating. The new guy or gal looks really, really good in comparison to the person that you've been living with for a really long time, only to find out in the future that they're as bad or worse. So moving on, I do a lot of anti-bullying, talking, tweeting, charity work, mainly for the creatures that can speak up for themselves the least, literally animals. When they get bullied, they have no say. They have no chance. And nobody's more bullied than endangered species by us. The natural rate of extinction is 1 to 5 animals a year. Right now, we're losing dozens a day. We're actually living the 6th extinction event. Some people say that we're up to 10,000 times the natural rate, and it's 100% from human causes. So I just can't spend my money, my time, my energy, I don't know, 20 to 40 hours a week, every week, trying to help and save animals that are losing their habitat, that are being hunted, that are being exploited and eaten. Bushmeat, the bushmeat trade, or the ivory trade that is funding terrorism and destroying the economy of Africa, destroying people and lives and their ability to feed their families. I can't try to address that every week of my life and then go to the polls and vote for someone who's going to work against what I care about. I just can't do it. And that makes this election very simple. Donald Trump, you know, there's so many things, being a woman who, you know, I have strong feelings about that. The Democrats, for whatever reason, support animals in the Endangered Species Act over 90%. I forget the number, 92, 94% of the time they will vote for the protection of endangered species. The Republicans, it's less than 10%, 6%, I forget the exact number. So I'm biased. How many hours and how many tens of thousands of dollars of my own money have I put into stopping the bullying of species that don't have voice boxes, that are being killed dozens a day by us? So Donald Trump's wall would endanger 111 endangered species, just the wall. For example, this is the most endangered wolf in the world. It is the Mexican gray wolf, and there are less than 100 left. And the problem is that they walk back and forth around the border and mate with animals on either side. And they wouldn't be able to do that anymore. This is the last jaguar in the United States. And I think there's just a handful in Mexico. If this jaguar doesn't get to travel across the border, this jaguar will not have offspring, and this jaguar will be gone. I'm trying to say this is something I really, really care about. And the Democrats will help me, and the Republicans, for whatever reason, don't. 90-some% of the time. And I guess that's the simplicity of my point. Bullying is just not okay. Not towards humans, not towards other races, not towards sexes, sexual orientations, and not towards the last of their kind.